Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new playthrough of Don't Starve. I've played the game before, not recently. We're going to play on Arena Giants and we're going to make it compatible with Shipwrecked. Not that that really matters for anything right now. I had characters unlocked before, but I don't anymore. We're going to play it on complete default settings. And we're doing hour episodes. So what that pretty much means is I'm going to play for an hour. And then I'm going to cut up the video so that you don't have to watch all the boring stuff. But each video is going to be about an hour's worth of gameplay. So with 20-ish minute videos. Say, pal, you don't look so good. I've never beaten this game. Better find something to eat before night comes. Okay. So there are a few first things that I like to do when I play this game. First and foremost, I like to get the garland because it just uses flowers and the garland restores my sanity. And I'm not going to build a science machine for a while. I'm going to go straight into just exploration. I want to explore as much as possible until about like day 5. Come day 5... is when we get our first round of dogs that come to attack us. So this entire game is about a few things. Firstly, the name Don't Starve is about, well, not starving. There are seasons in this game, so right now I believe we are in spring. So I don't need to be too worried about the winter just yet. Winter comes just about around day 20. But we're just going to start off by collecting a bunch of materials and we're going to get this garland made. Actually, I have enough for it right here. Make it. There we go. Now I have a garland. Sweet. I will collect grass until I can make a grass suit. Probably chop down some trees. But we're really just going to kind of do lots and lots of exploration and collecting materials until about day 5. Then we'll start doing some real like base setup. But exploring all of these roads is going to be very important, and collecting many materials. And whenever we see these berry bushes, we're going to go ahead and collect what's on them. I'll even chop down a tree while I'm here. I'll probably hunt some butterflies as well. Yep, because the butterflies are they not only provide food, but they provide health, which is good. So butterfly wings are good for my health. I'm really hoping to get a grass suit before I really start exploring too much here. What do I need for the grass suit? Right there. Perfect. Build the grass suit. Put that on. Ran out of grass. And we'll also do a little bit of inventory organization. I like to have... No, don't pick up those flowers. I like to have food on the very end. Miscellaneous after my food. And I always keep logs, sticks, cut grass, stones, and flint on me. Because those are the key building items of the game. So, exploration. Resource collection. And, yeah, for right now, that's it. And just generally trying not to, well, starve. Name of the game, Don't Starve. Ooh, there is an evil tree over here. Does that show up on my map as an evil tree? It does. Okay. We're gonna remember that for the future. I'm not gonna take it with me because it's just gonna take up space in my inventory. But I am gonna try to remember that that is there because that'll come in handy in the far future for, I believe, meat effigies, which should work as a respawn. Should I die? Hopefully I will not. But should I die, I can build a meat effigy before that happens, ideally. I think needs the magic machine, which is the prehistoric something. I'm not totally sure what that name is, but it needs a top hat, so we need spiders. Spiders give silk, silk makes top hat. Let's see where this wormhole takes us. Maybe it'll spit us out somewhere good. Ooh. Okay, near the rock biome. Okay, so that's a surprisingly big jump. Okay. Good. I like knowing where these wormholes go to. It's very nice. But it's almost nighttime of night 1. We've got plenty of materials. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this campfire down right here. Add some fuel to it. Okay, I lit something on fire. Don't know what that was, but it's on fire now. I eat these carrots too while I'm here. Wonderful. Alright, got my health back up to full. We are going to plant these trees. There's some mechanic in the game where if you take too much from the environment, unlucky things start happening to you. I don't fully understand how that mechanic works, but I know that it's a mechanic in the game. So planting things like trees and not being too greedy is important so that we don't end up having... I think it's the guy with the red... It kind of looks like Santa. Oh, my thing broke. I don't know what you call it, but he's a dude, and he's red, and he's got a sack, and he steals your shit if you're being too greedy. A couple more trees to put down. There we go. Alright. We're gonna wait for it to be daytime now. Alright. It's daytime. I remember the name of that mechanic. It's called karma. Use good karma, there's bad karma. We do too many bad things, we get too much bad karma, bad things start to happen to us. Good karma would be doing things like planting trees, growing crops. So, we're just gonna try to be mindful of that. Ooh, more berries. Ooh, okay. I've found some rocks. Now, there are different kinds of rocks. There are these rocks, which are darker and kind of have those gold streaks that go through them. Those rocks have gold in them. Now, these lighter colored rocks, they have nitrate in them, or niter. What is it called? Niter. I don't have any use for niter, so I'm just going to leave it lying around. Ooh, it's a gravestone. Cool. I don't have any use for that right now. I do have a use for the gold. It's going to help me get my science machine. Although I don't need the science machine just quite right now. Oh, I missed. Pigs. There are spiders over here. Spiders are good. At some point, I'm going to need to kill this, a tier 3 spider. Because the tier 3 spider... Yeah, I know you're not a geologist. Tier 3 spiders will drop the egg nest, and with the egg nest I can then start farming my own spiders at my own rate. But I'm not super sure where I'm going to settle, and I don't have a spear or any kind of other weapon right now. So I'm just going to leave them be while I look around some more. Ooh. What is this? Oh, okay. This is the place with all the enemies. Is that the end of the road right there? That was the end of the road right there. Okay. I know where that is, which is good. I'm going to have to kill those guys later so I can get gears. Gears are going to be nice because they're not only going to allow me to build refrigerators, which are very useful for the winter for keeping my food fresh. I guess it's useful all year round because it keeps my food from expiring and turning into rot. But I also think it makes an ice fling-o-matic, because during the summer, when it's not raining, crops get dry, they catch fire, and then it'll ignite the entire crop field on fire, which is no good. So we'll be conscious of that, but I will need some spare gears for that. There are other ways to get gears, like these tumbleweeds have random drops. You know, it's possible for the tumbleweeds to drop gears, but I don't wanna. With the grass suit and no spear, I'm not chancing it to try to take out any of those mechanical enemy doodad peoples. Alright, it's now the nighttime of day 2, so I'm gonna cook up a few of these things here. And check out how much exploration I've done on the map. Let's do 3 more. I want to leave as many uncooked berries as I can possibly have. Yeah, there we go. So that I don't have too much in my inventory. So I did find this biome. So I found these guys, which are great. Those are my gears. This biome has rocks and the tumbleweeds. I believe also somewhere in here there are dogs, so I just need to be careful roaming around here. There's spiders down here, and there's a wormhole there next to the bee place, and then I believe this sends me out towards where there's rocks. So I might be an okay place to settle for right now, or at least I'll make my temp base near that wormhole maybe. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with that. Alright, day 3. Let's keep exploring. Ooh, here is the potato thing. Now, around the world, hidden in different places, there are a bunch of little structures. And the little structures are used to beat the game, I believe. So it's a ring thing, a weird control box, metal potato, and there's something else that I don't remember what it is. Killed that butterfly. But it's the way to beat the game, to get out. And by get out, I mean it just brings you to the next kind of level. Ooh, more spiders. By the next level, the next world is what I mean. So, but we're just gonna stick to basic survival here for quite a long while until we get through at least the first winter into the second year. Oh, tall birds. Okay. Tall birds are not something that you want to mess with. Because they have nests, and in the nests there are eggs. And they protect their eggs very much. So I'm not... Ooh, I've pissed them off. So tall birds are not something that I'm going to mess with right now. I do kind of want that rock, but it's fine. Go away. Thank you. Jeez. Alright, it's nighttime, day 3. I'm going to knock down this tree. And there's a rock over there. And now I have a shovel that I got from the place over there. Bam, 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 bam. Take all of these items. Great, put my axe back. Plant these trees, keep my karma up. Don't need the niter, drop that there. I've got seeds. And let's cook 6 berries, because I think that should be enough to get my hunger back up to full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wonderful. And we gotta wait out the rest of the night. Okay, it's the end of the night. We've done a mild amount of exploring. Beefalo is something that I'm gonna want to find. And beefalo, well, beefalo or buffalo. They just have a fun little name. But they're gonna give me wool and poop. The wool I can use to make clothing to keep me warm. The poop I will use to make farms with, which will help me when it comes to growing food for the seasons where I need to grow food. So we'll have spiders for meat. We'll have bees for honey and butterflies. And we'll have the farm plots for the vegetables. And I think the bees... Oh, hello. There's another thing over here. Can I take you out? I see no reason to do that. But it's nice to know that this is here as well. This is another good source of gears. Can leave them be. There's also a cave over here. Ooh. A road. Let's take this road and see where this road takes us to. I'm pretty sure it's just going to lead me through... Yep, the spooky place right here. There's lots of gold sitting around. I'm not gonna go out of my way. Well, I might go out of my way to get some of that gold. This looks like it's just gonna loop me around. I don't think this is gonna take me anywhere important. My inventory is getting pretty full. And we are getting close to day 5. You do know that before I get to day 5, I'm gonna need a spear. Hi. I do know that I'm gonna need a spear. I'm gonna want a backpack. And I'm gonna want a log suit. Because all 3 of those things are gonna help me when it comes to fighting and doing more exploration. Oh look, one of the birds has an egg. Maybe I'll steal it. Hi. Give me that. Give me your egg. Mine. My egg. Right? Yeah, and that didn't really lead me anywhere. It was just a little ways away through the through that biome. Oh no, no, the road ends here. Okay, let's head back down. Let's keep exploring the edges of this place. Ooh, here's the swamp. I'm not gonna go through the swamp. Or, you know what? You know, this road ends. Yeah, I'm not going through the swamp. The swamp is a terrible place. It always ends poorly for me when I go in here. You know what? I'm gonna go, I'll explore that during the day. I'm not too interested in, well, maybe. I'm not too, well, screw it. We'll do it. We'll run through it. I mean, how bad could this end for me? So, the forest, or not the forest, but the swamps have frogs, which will attack you on sight, and they will use their tongues to steal items from you. It has fish people, and the fish people are hostile by default, which is no good. And there are tentacle monsters in the ground that do a ton of damage. So, did that road end? No, it keeps going this way. It's really hard to see. So, we're doing our best here. Now the road ends? Yeah, the road did end there. Okay. Well, let's see what there is to have out here. Actually, you know what? Go. Oh, yep. See, those are the tentacle things in the fish people. Do not want to mess with them. I'd like to get out of here before it turns nighttime so that I don't have to deal with the mosquitoes. Although the mosquitoes drop little sacks, and the little sacks, they have, what you call it? I'm not sure what you'd call it. But we are going to set up a little bit of a base camp here with a big fire pit. And we're also going to build the science machine here. And we're going to do a few things. Firstly, I want a backpack. How do I get a backpack? Backpack, bird trap, net, fishing rod, honey poultice, healing salve, backpack. Wonderful. Put the backpack on. Great. Secondly, I want rope so that I can make a spear. Lovely. Spear is something that we're going to hang on to. I'm going to add that as fuel. I need 2 more ropes so I can make a log suit. The log suit is going to keep us a little bit more protected than the other suit would. And we can put things that we're not going to use right there. Do a little bit of some cooking. Eat this tall bird egg. There we go. And it looks like we should really only need to do about 2 of these berries. Let's do the 3rd one just to round us out. There we go. So I've used a lot of my wood, but I have a lot of good things. A hammer is something that I might want to think about building eventually. Hopefully we'll find a touchstone here soon. But we're going to leave this little base right here Because, well, if we ever have to come back to the swamp for something, firstly, we'll have a fire pit right outside the swamp to fall back to in case things go wrong. And then secondly, it's going to get us all of the things that I would need for the dogs when they come. Alright, so let's do some exploration of this swamp during the day, because while the tentacles are still there, the frogs go away during the day. They don't come back out till the evening, and the weird fish people don't come back out until the evening as well. Probably won't be very much here to see, but look at that. Also, our ooh, here's the box thing. There's the box thing. There's a gnome. Here's an extra spear. Sweet. So the box thing is similar to the potato thing. The metal potato thing. And the box thing. I also need the ring and then the crank. But I'm not going to try to get out of this world very quickly. Ooh. So you see this? The tentacle spike? Tentacle spike is fantastic because that is a weapon. And this weapon is better than the spear. I'm not going to use it for right now. Because I want to use it against the dogs. I'm hoping I'm not going to have to fight anything really while I'm out here, but we'll see. Alright, so I did a quick lap around the swamp, and I found a few things. I found an extra spear. I found 2 tentacle spikes, so we're going to hang on to one of the tentacle spikes. But there wasn't really anything worthwhile in there. There were the fish people, there were spiders, there were tentacles. That was about it. The reeds are there. I am going to leave my little outpost sitting right there. But we're just going to keep exploring down this way. I still need to find Beefalo. There's also the Pig King. And if I give the Pig King things like this gnome, it will give me gold. I don't absolutely need to find the Pig King because I can get gold from all of the rocks. But it's just nice to know where he is. There's also Chester. Chester is someone that I want to find. Chester is a friendly NPC. He is a little bouncy chest guy that follows you around. And he's great. I love him. And I hope that we find him. Oh, that's the end of that road. Isn't very much interesting going on out here. It's fine. Is that rot? Ooh, some things have dropped here. A straw roll. A straw hat. I'll pick up the straw hat. I don't need the straw roll, the rot, or the backpack, but that's good to know that that's there. Dead guy. Take your hat, because when my garland goes, I'm going to want something to wear to probably keep the rain off of me. Because it tends to rain a lot this season, because I believe this is spring, and then we'll go through summer, and then, ooh, there's poop. Here's the beefalo. Sweet. Alright, so we found beefalo. That's good. Very, very good. I'm gonna leave them be. And I'm just gonna go back up here and keep exploring, keep going around. Ooh, I hear dogs. So that little prompt that just popped up right there, did you hear that? That means there are dogs headed my way soon, and you can kind of start to hear them rumble in the background. So we're just gonna wait here until they come. Okay, it's day. Oh, there's the dog. Okay, it was daytime. We're just gonna tank that hit. And that's it. First time around, that's all we have to deal with is one dog. These butterfly wings are gonna go stale, so I'm gonna go ahead and eat those. I'll cook up the seeds. And let's just make 5. How much health does 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll do one more. We'll call it 5. There we go. The health is pretty much up to full. Give me those seeds. Food is pretty much up to full, which is good. And this ends here. Okay. Well, back to more exploration. Ooh, here's the ring thing. Very nice. And another butterfly. Sweet. The ring thing goes with the potato thing. No, my backpack's full. But I've got the box thing, the ring thing, and I got the metal potato. So we're doing great. Oh, buddy, here's the box thing. These are the last of the things that I needed, and my garland is almost dead, so I'm going to drop the garland, and I'm going to put the crank thing up here. Now we have the ring thing, the box thing, the potato thing, and the crank thing, and I also know where the exit is, so I should have all of the things that we need to leave the world should we choose to in the far future, but I'm not super worried about that right now. But we've also found the rock biome, which is great because this will provide us with all of the stones that we possibly need and a good amount of gold because there's a bunch of these gold blocks here. And I haven't found any tall birds yet, so I'm not so sure that tall birds are going to be a worry. But I haven't found tall birds in this biome, which makes getting resources somewhat easier. But we're going to keep exploring because I still have yet to find Chester or the Pig King or the main road. But we'll keep looking. I think for this night, because there are no wolves, I'm going to use a torch and not build a little campfire. Just use a torch and keep exploring. Ooh, there's Chester. That's the eye bone. The eye bone is the item that you need for Chester to stay with you. I usually keep the eye bone there. But whenever Chester comes boinging over to us, we're going to put all of the things in him that I don't really need to... There he is. Hi, Chester. You can have these items, and I will hang on to this. Come on, bud. But now we have a boingy little friend who will follow us around and carry our things for us. Now we have extra storage. Ooh, it's nighttime, but we found the Pig King. Sweet. So we found Chester and the Pig King. Wonderful. So I can take the gnome out of Chester, and when it's daytime, I can give it to the Pig King, and we'll get some more gold. But for the meantime, let's go ahead and eat. Do some cooking. Where's my health at? I'll eat the butterfly. And I'll make like 3 cooked berries. And get my health back up to full. Perfect. Alright. Day 7, it's morning. Let's give this to the Pig King. And look at that. He just chucks gold at us for bringing him things. So there is the graveyard. And if I go back to the graveyard, it costs sanity. But I can dig stuff up from the graveyard and give it to him. It'll also provide me with stuff like gems, which will be nice because the gems will, I can use them for some of the magic. But magic drains sanity, so we'll need a good source of sanity before we start playing with any of the magic items. Ooh, the Glommer statue. Okay, so Glommer, he gives you sanity, but he only shows up when it's a full moon outside. So we got to pay attention to the phases of the moon. But when there's a full moon, if we come over here and we visit the Glommer statue, we can pick his flower, and then he will be our friend forever and provide just the slightest bit of sanity to us. Which is very nice. Ooh. Okay, this is a touchstone. And a touchstone provides a few good materials. Firstly, there are pig heads. The pig heads not only give us sticks, but they give us pig skins. Pig skins are used for the baseball helmet. Or I think it's just a regular helmet. But regardless, we can build a helmet with it. And then the touchstone, if we die, it'll respawn us right there. But that is very nice. So now we can make the helmet. And we have a respawn in case we die. Which might be nice because right now I'm in the area where there are... Oh, yep, see them over there? They're dogs. So there's the spawn point of the dogs right there. And... oh, Jesus. And there's tons of them. We're just going to run by them and hopefully Chester doesn't get his ass eat. And he'll just boing himself away. But if Chester dies, he'll come back quite literally the next day. But look at this pleasant little road that takes me through this area where the dogs are. It's not the greatest place for a touchstone to be. Because I don't want to have to respawn there. Sucker is fast. We are going to go all the way back down here towards the water, though, so that we can continue walking around. Just going to try not to get bit. Alright, it's nighttime. Let's put down a campfire and cook up some food. And this will be the last thing that we do for this episode. Don't Starve is one of my favorite games. I've been playing it for a long time. I started playing it when it came out. And then I played it until I was good at it, which took quite a while. And then I played it when Reign of Giants came out. I've played Shipwrecked. I've played Hamlet. I've played Don't Starve together. It's a really good game. It's one of my favorites. I hope you like it too. But thank you so much for watching. If there's anything you'd like to see in the comment section down below, go ahead and let me know. But I will catch you next time. Adios, y'all.